It's weird to think of competitive eating skills as a gift, but some people are good singers, some people are amazing at mental math. For me, it's competitive eating. I'm best known for the Nathan's Famous hot dog eating competition. I'm undefeated on the women's side. My record is the world record at 48.5 hot dogs. But I also do other competitions all throughout the year. I hold the world record for kimchi, so Korean pickled cabbage, 8.5 pounds in 8 minutes, ice cream, 16.5 pints, so that's over 2 gallons in 6 minutes. I really didn't plan for this to become, a career. My first ever eating competition was in 2011. I ate 12.5 pounds of pho at a restaurant that was offering $1,500 to anybody who could complete it. And my friends had gone in, tried it as a joke, no intention of completing it, but I looked at their pictures and seriously thought, I think I could do this. So the next day, without practice or preparation, I went in and I became the first person and the only person to date to collect that jackpot. Day to day, I honestly just love fresh produce. I love kale, broccoli, cucumbers. If you're gonna eat like this in competition, like a dozen times a year and do a couple practices, the other 350 days or, other 340 days even kind of have to be, good and disciplined and perfect.
To Coney Island on the 4th of July.
I feel great. I took a lavender bubble bath last night. I got 8 hours of sleep. My son Max cooperated. So anyway, I feel like today's gone as smoothly as I could hope for. We're down to the last hour. So right now I need to go prepare my hot water and make sure that makes it to the stage properly. But it's all details. I mean, I'm prepared. Best when I grab 2 meats and then I just bite, and almost sever that and swallow, because these are naturally cased hot dogs. So the casing is going to keep them intact, but if you kind of bite and score them, it makes them more bendable in your throat as you swallow. It's very, very rhythmic and very mechanical. There's very little left to chance. And while I'm doing that, I'll grab a bun and dunk that, fully submerge it in my drink of choice is strawberry, orange, banana. I rip that in half. I roll the bun, so each half, pop that in my mouth and swallow it. So you continue that for the 4 halves and then just back to the meat. I have it set up in a way where I don't chew anything, because the more that you chew, the more your salivary glands activate, the more you taste, the quicker you're gonna get tired of the taste. And once the flavor fatigue kicks in, you really can't eat as fast or as much as you'd like to. Nick has beaten me by half a bratwurst. I've beaten him by half a street taco. We've literally tied at 2 of our most recent contests. So we're incredibly competitive, but we're also incredibly supportive of one another. At the end of the day, there's just an additional level of this unique respect that we have for one another, because it's so different. It's such a niche sport and so unique that having that understanding for one another helps us appreciate and respect each other even more. If we're lucky, our son Max is just going to grow up thinking that we're so weird, and he's going to want nothing to do with competitive eating.
With 40 hot dogs and buns, the once and future champion of the world, Miki Sudo!
plan for next year is to come back and give the crowd a new record that they deserve. Because I know I have 50 in me, and I don't think I'm going to stop until I get that. I will say digestively, maybe 4 dozen hot dogs. It'll probably take me about a full week to feel back to complete normal. Because your body can only process so many calories, but it needs time for all that to pass. If I'm going to be in a swimsuit, I want a week after eating hot dogs. I'm prone to tuning out whatever receptors in my mind tell me that I'm full. So yeah, while I do like technique practices, I'll do maybe 1 or 2 practices, where you line up 10 minutes worth of hot dogs and go. That's really just for coordination's sake and for me to get in my rhythm. But in terms of capacity, I feel like I've always had this. Who doesn't like excelling at something? If you find a skill that puts you like in the top, like fraction of a % in the world, whatever that is, like you would probably be inclined to pursue it. If you found out that you were an amazing rock climber or a gifted artist or a sculptor or a dancer, it's enjoyable to be good at something. So I think that's part of it too.